Hello, amazing human, and welcome to Neurodivergent Bites, a podcast for neurodivergent entrepreneurs to understand systems, change the narrative about productivity, and embrace yourself for who you really freaking are. If your energy is being sucked, you're struggling to focus, or you know you need systems, but there's a disconnect for whatever reason, join your host, that's me, Karalee, along with fellow amazing humans on how being a neurodivergent entrepreneur has impacted the way they do life and business. If you're looking for bite-sized action steps, you're in the right place. Hello, amazing humans. Welcome back to Neurodivergent Bites. I am your host, Karalee, and today we're going to be talking about the new year. Why? Because when this airs, it is January 2nd. And so that means we are in 2024, and how are we feeling? Right? Did we reflect on 2023? If you haven't done so already, that's your action step. I want you to grab a journal, grab your favorite pen, get comfy, sit on the couch, whatever. And I want you to just journal about 2023. I want you to just look at what happened, how you felt, what you did. Like, just start reflecting on all of the things and the feelings and the people, and just start going through what is popping out to you. Okay? And kind of journal on it. And then I want you to mark down, what are the things that make the most sense, to bring with you into 2024, right? And if there's some things that you're leaving in 2023, we also need to note those because, well, we're not bringing things that don't serve us into 2024. Yes, raise your hand if you are also that person. I'm not bringing things into 2024 that do not serve me or my immediate family, right? Because the two questions I always ask myself is, does this serve me as a whole, or does this serve my family or someone that is very important to me, right? That's how I make decisions. But most importantly, does this serve me, right? If it doesn't serve me, then we get to not bring it with us, right? We get to figure out how to move forward without it, right? So as we are looking at the new year, it's the new year, it's the new you, right? We are always working on our personal development, and we are always working toward bettering ourselves for ourselves, but also for our business, right? Back when I first started my business almost 5 years ago now, which is insane to me. I didn't realize I was signing up for a personal growth journey. I didn't even know what personal development was at that time. I thought mindset work was silly, or all this woo-woo stuff was stupid, like all this stuff. And then almost 5 years later, well, maybe in between that too, but um I have come to realize that mindset work, meditation, all that woo stuff, there's so many different things, personal development, like reading books and working on yourself and working through trauma and all this stuff that I've done over the last 5 years. It is mind blowing, right? Let's talk about breaking through money blocks. There's so many different things that I've had to do in order to get where I am in my business, right? And I was doing it all because I wanted to work from home because I needed to have more flexible time for my kids. I needed to make more money. I didn't want to have a sitter at the time. My kids are old enough now that they don't necessarily need a sitter every time I leave the house, but there was reasons. I wanted to be able to travel. I wanted to be able to have a flexible schedule. There was reasons I started my business. And so I have to keep those in mind when I'm going into 2024. Am I still feeling in alignment with why I started my business? Has that pivoted, right? Why am I still working on it now? That's what the most important part is that we can answer, why are we going into 2024 still as a business owner? Right? What is driving us? All right. So if you want to grab that pen and paper again, start writing down. Here's another action step. Start reflecting on why you are in business today as you're listening to this. Why are you still showing up for yourself and for your business today? Okay. Not yesterday, today. What feels in alignment today? Why are you showing up? And start journaling about it. As I just shared what I'm showing up for. I'm showing up so I can have a flexible schedule, so I can travel and still work my business. I'm showing up to be able to have a nice savings account, to be able to travel comfortably more, right? To be able to hopefully bring my husband home and full time so he can work in the business and do his other things that he wants to do, right? There are reasons I still show up for my business. There are reasons I invest in myself. There are reasons that I like, whether that be books, podcasts, mentorship programs, educational programs, like courses, things like that, certifications. Like there's a reason for all of those things, right? I might not have went to college and graduated, but I've certainly learned a lot over the last 5 years. And to be able to like move on in life and really feel really good and confident as I move into 2024, right? I continuously make some big scary moves, but I am excited about really just starting to take action. Continuing to take some scary action because it feels right. And it's not like trauma inducing feelings. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like a bad thing. It's more like scared because it's real. It's going to move and it's going to explode really fast. And that's scary to me. And so we're working toward really growing gracefully in 2024. To be able to support even more 6 to 7 figure businesses with executive assistant services of some sort, and then the under 6 figure businesses with courses and smaller programs and one-off things, right? So I still have my drive for neurodivergent entrepreneurs. I still have my drive for all of those things. I still attract them. No matter what I try, I still attract them, so it doesn't matter. But I'm still here for you. So this podcast gets to be short because it's the new year, and you are just relishing in the fact that you've made it this far. You've already given you 2 action steps, right? You don't need any more. So we might just end on a good note. All right. I really want you to reflect on how far you've come in 2023 to walk into 2024, and then really what are you not taking with you into 2024. Those were the 2 things that I really wanted you to think on. If you haven't read the book The Comfort Zone by Kristen Butler, I absolutely recommend it. I talked about it in another podcast in passing as well, but it has been super mind-blowing for me to be able to do planning in a way that like reflects on the past, but also be able to like it's a way. Oh, I can't talk. There's a way to then get you into the future, and it makes sense, and it doesn't. It just really proves to you that you can do big things when you put your mind to it, right? So if you have, so there's so many things to do here. In last week's episode, I talked about the yearly planning and how you can get the yearly planner. I also talked about the monthly planner and how you can get those. Those are just printouts so that you can print them every month, or obviously once a year and then every month, completely customizable to that. And to where you can really have this flexible plan moving forward as you're moving into 2024. All right. So if you haven't listened to last week's podcast about planning, go ahead and go ahead and listen to that podcast, right? And then you can grab the planners, and there's just a one-time fee, and then they're yours and for life, right? Whatever. And they have been so successful in the Hyperfocus Treehouse, which is a past program of mine. We use these every single month, and we were able to really get a refined a plan down. And I still, to this day, even though I don't have the treehouse in our planning sessions, as the treehouse was discontinued, I still use these planners to this day, which is why they're still offered, because they work. They still work. So go ahead and grab those. If I would love to connect with you, if you want to head to the show notes and follow me on your favorite social media platform, I would love to get a DM from you and to see what you are looking forward to in 2024. Oh, and I almost forgot. Do you have a word of the year? Right? Before I finish up here, I want you to reach out to me, yes, and tell me what you're excited for in 2024. I'd love to hear about it in a DM, right? But also, do you have a word for the year? I can't believe I almost forgot to talk about this. Like, how? Anyway, my word for the year is focused, which is ironic given they're called focus planners, but that's because focus as an ADHD entrepreneur is hard. But like I am super focused on growing my business this year. I'm super focused on streamlining my systems as my business grows. I am super focused. Okay. So I'm hyper focused, which is ironic given that's what the treehouse was called. It was called the hyper focused treehouse. Okay. We're done. If you guys haven't been around in a hot minute or for a hot minute and you're like, I don't understand what's going on, I'm making fun. That's not actually fun. It's all good. So go ahead and check out some of the other podcasts if you want to. I'm sure I reference those things as well. So I would love to hear from you. Send me a DM what you're looking forward to in 2024. If you have a word, I would love to hear about it too. But until next time, really get to work on reflecting and planning for the year. Use the resources that are available to you. Get the support you need in 2024. It's time to get that support with whatever that looks like, right? If you're not sure what that support is, you can also send me a DM and we can chat. I love to chat. This is like a completely informal, I just love to ask questions and get to know you sort of chat, totally open. I'd love to hear from you. So, yay. Oh, and if you would love to have a podcast episode on something that answers your questions or on a specific topic, there is a form in the show notes and you can fill it out and then I will record a podcast answering your question or about the topic in which you want it to be about. So I would love your input. I love that. And so let me know what you want one on and I will get that recorded soon. All right. Bye for now. Before I wrap up today's episode, I want to thank you for joining me on this journey to empower neurodivergent entrepreneurs. I hope that you've gained valuable insights and a fresh perspective on productivity and self-acceptance. No matter where you are in your entrepreneurial journey, I'm here to support you. These transformative conversations will equip you with bite-sized action steps that you can apply immediately. Let's redefine productivity on our own terms and create a business that aligns with who we truly are. Make sure to subscribe to this podcast to receive the latest episodes and join our amazing community of neurodivergent humans. Remember, being unique is our superpower, and together we can rewrite the rules of success.